How's this for going against conventional wisdom? Business plans are not a good idea. A guest we like to have on this show is back with his new book that says business plans give a false sense of security, and frankly, banks don't even care about them. Really? Well, if Ebong Eka says it, we tend to believe it. He's built a successful business advising others how to get started and succeed in business. Now he shares that wisdom in his new book, Start Me Up. Ebong Eka, thanks for being back on Washington Business Report. So the subtitle is Start Me Up, the No Business Plan, Business Plan. You have a word that starts with B for what you say business plans are. We can't say it here on the air, but why don't you need a business plan? The
problem with business plans is it keeps people from actually moving forward in their process. So whenever we see any bit of resistance, we tend to stop. And I was finding with a lot of people I was working with that they couldn't get past the business plan stage with their idea. And some of them had great ideas and great execution strategies, but they felt that they really need to have a business plan. So it's a waste of time.
And you put so much work into it, and you say, and Jonathan Emmerman said as he was talking to you between the break, he said venture capitalists don't look at them either. Banks don't look at them. It's a waste of time. So let's get to what is a good use of time. And I really recommend this book. I think it's a great read, and you break it down for anyone that has a good idea, and so many people in our audience looking to start a business on the side or their own business. 4 steps to success, you say. Number 1, structure. Find your niche, capitalize on your expertise. And it's a hockey week. We've all been watching it. You quote the great Wayne Gretzky. You say, don't look where the puck is, think about where the puck is going.
Exactly, and one of the ways to do that is to fall in love with the problem that you want to solve. Don't try and fall in love with the idea. Everybody has great ideas. The secret sauce is the execution.
So that's your structure, and you even say in capitalizing on your expertise, and this was a little counterintuitive for me, you say it's great if you have expertise, but you also give the readers ways to build their expertise if they don't have it. I kind of tend to think if you don't have it, then you've picked the wrong business. You say there are things you can still learn.
You can always can. Knowledge, there's no monopoly on knowledge. And so if you can learn as much as you possibly can, you then become an expert in that field or in that space. A lot of people write books that way. A lot of people teach other people that way as well.
So the second part of the steps to success, strategy. Creating value in your product. You say don't compete with Walmart on pricing. Make your product so valuable that even as a little guy, your customers will have to have it regardless of price.
I mean, think about it. How many businesses have gone out of business because they've tried to compete with Amazon and Walmart? It's plentiful. So the reality is people spend money for 2 reasons and 2 reasons only: to get a desired result and because they want to have a problem solved. So if you focus on that aspect of it, you can provide them with so much value that they're not worried about the price and the money.
I love that advice. Third part of the step to success, systems. Be productive, and you say don't delegate, leverage accountability.
Exactly. Delegation basically is sharing, telling people what you want them to do, and when they don't do it, you yell at them. Leveraging is having people who are part of the process and have them buy in, and do that through interns, working with local universities and colleges to find people who want to learn as much as you want to have things done, and then spend your time on more productive things like making money.
The fourth step to success, and again I say if you want the details on all of this, buy the book, but for the highlights, sales, the psychology of selling and influencing what your customers need.
That is huge. We don't realize that, and so the term selling most people dislike and they find it distasteful. But the reality is we're selling everything. We're selling when we meet people to date, we're selling when we go to our interviews, we sell ourselves to meet friends, everything, we're all selling. So what you want to do is create an opportunity to provide people with content and information, 1, becoming an expert, but 2, using social media to grow your brand and leverage your brand by giving them information that they can use, not like a bullhorn. And
when you talk to people about how you can market, you talk in the book about there's many different ways. You should advertise, you should use social media. Do you have one preference over the other?
I love Twitter. I'm a huge Twitter fan because it's easier for me to connect with people. And over the last few years, I've grown my following by doing a few strategic steps. One you obviously can read in the book, but a lot of strategic steps that can actually get you to build your followers, but actually find brand ambassadors. And people see me as an expert as a result.
Well, I have to say, you've taught me a lot about Twitter. You retweet a lot of the things that we say for the show, and as a result, I'm always thinking, like, I wonder what Ebong's up to. I go and check and see what you're doing. It's a great way to share the Twitter love. So I learn from you always, and I learned a lot from this book. Ebong Eka, thanks so much for joining us on Washington Business Report. And when we come back, museums are an important industry in this town. We have an exclusive with the 3 leaders with a plan to save the Corcoran. That's when we come back.
Yeah.